think Romney has a similar problem. He needs to repudiate not just Obama, but Bush. He needs to show why a President Romney would be different from the big government failed policies, not only of the Obama administration, but the failed policies under the Bush administration. And I don't think you were able to articulate that. What do you think about my analysis?
The most important thing now is that we cannot afford 4 more years of Barack Obama. And if you want to take a hike again and not vote for Mitt Romney, then you are basically reelecting Barack Obama.
Yeah, I'm not, Senator, I'm not talking about a lousy campaign. I'm talking about the philosophy, the ideology.
We have a failed economy. We have failed policies. We have the threat.
If you're anything like me, you get really sick of listening to these carefully crafted talking points that the media spits out that are meant really to keep people stuck in the same ridiculous false left-right paradigm that they've created. Because as long as everybody stays within the parameters of that paradigm, then the people who truly own and control this country always win. You're always voting for the lesser of two evils. Just endorse one of the two. Well, the latest talking point is, you know, if you don't vote for Romney, then you're voting for Barack Obama. And my answer to the people who are saying that would be, is that the best you have? Is it? Because I have an answer for it, and I assume they would be interested in that answer because they're really convinced that that's a very clever thing to say, that if I don't go out and endorse Mitt Romney, who is owned and controlled by the same people that Barack Obama is owned and controlled by, and will not do anything to change any of the policies that are really important to me. He won't address the NDAA. He's not going to address the foreign policy. He's not going to address the Federal Reserve System, the ridiculous spending, any of this stuff. My answer then would be, is that really what you believe? Well, it's funny because you know what? The Barack Obama people say the exact same thing. That is, the people who are out there campaigning for Barack Obama say, if I don't vote for Barack Obama, then I'm voting for Mitt Romney. So please, let me know, which side of the debate is right? Is it, if I don't vote for Mitt Romney, then that means I'm endorsing Barack Obama? Or is it the other way around? Is it, if I don't vote for Barack Obama, then therefore I'm endorsing Mitt Romney? Somebody must be wrong. I'm curious which one it is. I'll tell you who's wrong. You're both wrong. Because implicit in the argument is that somebody owns my vote, that I'm supposed to go out and give my vote to somebody, and then by not giving my vote to that one person that whatever group is claiming authority over my vote, if I don't give it to them, then I'm, by default, then that means I must be supporting the other person. It's a logical fallacy. It's not accurate. It's not true. It's not true on a lot of levels. Probably the most important of which is this. It's not true that if I'm against Joseph Stalin, then that means I support Hitler. It's just ridiculous to say that. But beyond that, just addressing the talking point itself, just keep that in mind. If somebody tries to corner you and say, well, you know, if you don't vote for so-and-so, then that's the equivalent of voting for the other, just throw in their face that, you know what, it's funny because the other side says the exact same thing. So I wonder which one of the two has the argument correct. And now, to take it even a step further, how many people are holding their nose and voting for one of these two candidates based on that false argument? I'm guessing a huge percentage of people. There's a lot of people who don't really want Mitt Romney to win, and there's a lot of people on the so-called left who know Barack Obama is a total phony and has served special interests from day one and hasn't done 90% of all the stuff that he promised he would do, and has actually been worse than Bush in a lot of ways regarding the civil liberties issues. What would happen if for once people just stopped voting for the lesser of two evils? Let's say that literally 80% of the people who are planning on voting, already only about 50% of the electorate that's eligible to vote even votes. Okay? What if 80% of that 50% said, you know what, I'm not endorsing, I'm not going to give my endorsement to somebody that I do not believe in? What if that 80% of the already only 50% just stayed home? Could any of these people really claim that they were part of a representative government when you have 10% of the population, only 10% of the population actually went out and voted, and that was split? So the so-called representative of the people was elected by 5%, of the people, 5% actually said, yeah, I'm going to get out and I'm going to vote for that person, how convincing would that be? Not very.